Hello chaps, this is Age of Wonders, and this is a play-by-email game that I'm playing with about 6 other people over at the Good Old Games forums online. And at least one of them has already been defeated, possibly 2. And what happened was I started here, made a peace with the Frostling player to my north, and then conquered this area. And what was very useful was I had an elephant here, and I surprised the Lizardman player who had this big city, which they paid a lot to get its garrison. And after that the Lizardman player came along with his leader and tried to defeat my garrison, and he failed. He took a bad fight. So that's left us in a very strong position on turn 18, or so I assume. I don't really know too much about how strong the other players are. There's basically 3 fronts that I have right now. One is with the Frostlings, and it seems like a pretty peaceful area so far, but sooner or later we will eventually come to blows, and that's why I have this Dark Elf archer garrison. Dark Elves and Elves have good archers, so I'm just going to plonk a bunch of archers behind these walls and go and do other stuff for the time being. I don't think the Frostlings are going to attack me for a while, which leaves me free to explore and expand elsewhere. And I think I'm exploring and expanding probably faster than the Halflings are. Part of that is because this is just quite a nice wealthy area, and part of it is because of my good luck against the Lizardmen. So Age of Wonders is, because it's the first game in the series, some units are just incredibly strong. And hello, that's some mixture. So we can probably buy that town's allegiance next turn, as long as this guy doesn't die, and as long as we have the money. And we have 6 gold in our bank account down here, and only 100 income, so that's not looking too hot right now. Fortunately, no one has claimed this tower since the Lizardman King died. Oh, it's unoccupied. Oh, holy shit. I did not comprehend my luck down here. Can we buy the loyalty of Lizardmen? No, they're not going to join me. Okay. If we take this node, we'll be able to see a lot of what the dwarves are getting up to. So, yeah, the dwarves are over here, but they're a computer, so we don't really worry about them. Same with the halflings, they're also a computer. The humans actually died this very turn, so I don't know if that was an AI or a human. Probably a human actually, so I'm gonna check the forum after this turn. So as you can see, we got extremely lucky over here with the way the Lizardmen died 2 turns ago, and we just have this incredibly strong position. One thing that could ruin it is if the Frostlings survive me, surprise me up here, and I know that they're attacking this town. The question is, do they have any wall crushing units? You need wall crushing units to get through city walls, otherwise you can't take them at all, even if the enemy have no defenders apart from just civilians flying the flag. You need a wall crushing unit like a ram, which is very slow moving, to actually enter a walled city. So if they have a ram, it only moves at 20 move points. It's 3 move points per road tile. So in order to get here, to this hex, they would have to start at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they would have to start out in my vision. So they can only surprise me and take the city by surprise if they have flyers or elephants or something. Elephants have wall crushing. Having a fast moving ram unit with a 9 HP is just so overpowered. Elephants are so overpowered. Anyway, the Elvish player has apparently been attacked by lots of people, and they speak to me in very peaceful tones, so I don't think they're going to give me issues. But they could be strong, they could be taking advantage just as much as I am of the Lizardman's disappearance. Probably not though. We have some exploring to do. Well, that was very uninteresting. Let's see what we get down here. to get anything. So that's probably... This guy is probably going to die to some dwarves. That is an Archon Scout. Sadly, we wasted our move points, so we can't stay there instead of here. We're just going to stay out of his way, though. Actually, we don't want to put him on guard. We want to send him elsewhere next turn. We need to stop making penguins. We don't need penguins. Because I want to make sure I have the money to buy this place. Oh, and there's actually a bridge. I think I can see a bridge and a road. So the halflings are actually going to give me issues eventually. Now, because the halflings are an AI, they've been a bit stupid. I can probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we move 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, we can move all of this stack down here and then move it all the way back up. We can use the elephants to actually make the attack. We can take these guys out. Okay. Stupid AI. Let's see what else is going on first. So firstly, elephants are expensive. They're not as expensive as they should be, but they are expensive. Also, level 1 units do cost a lot in maintenance. Higher level units, tier 2s, tier 3s, tier 4s, they cost more, but not as much as they increase their power, so massing level 1 units is very much a short-term decision. Now the problem with buying the allegiance of this undead town is that it costs money, and then these guys have walls anyway, so we can't even use that to take this city, which is the real prize, because it has walls and it has lizard men. We want lizard men for their swimming. So we need an elephant or 2. We need 2 elephants, minimum. Ideally 3. So there's 1, 2, 3. We really made too many penguins. Even if they are dire penguins, the most spooky creatures in all the land. Dire penguins swarm over their prey and devour them to the bone. A single penguin is not a great threat to a skilled warrior, but a pack can make even the bravest warrior's blood run cold with fear. Bred to be more ferocious than your average giant penguin, dire penguins battle for their frostling friends. Though awkward on land, they are quick swimmers and can give frostling forces a great tactical advantage. Not as great as having lizardmen, though. Let's see if there's more productions we can cancel. I kind of want to make fewer troops. Also, I don't like this is not acceptable. I need to scout this, obviously. Didn't really teach us anything. And it might start to irritate the elves. I should probably... You know, the elves aren't that much of a threat. And we could probably bottleneck with these bridges. We could defend those. Which means... It's actually the frostlings I should attack. What I need to make sure I do is that this guy, I need to make sure that I start with my force somewhere like around this town. He moves forward, then I move my force down the road past his line of sight, so that he never sees my army coming north to attack the frostlings, so that this Archon player can't warn the frostling player. But that's only if I actually attack the frostlings. I don't know. I'm not gonna just yet. Maybe we should get some penguins over to the centre of the map. No, we should just use them to overwhelm the halflings. We don't really need them down here so much. Orcs actually don't have night vision. That's unfortunate. Who has night vision? Okay, our goblin hero has night vision, which we're going to use in the caves. Don't want to be caught out by any Frostling advanced forces down there. Not that there will be any, in all probability. Do we wish to go down? Yes. I think we brought a lot more than 2 elephants. I think we're sending like 3. I'm getting myself confused because all of my forces are split up and all over the place. Yeah, this is overkill. Why do I have so many elephants? Need to go and pay more attention to the halflings instead. Goodness, if they make a battering ram, they could attack me and actually... They could really hurt me if they did that. So what's my plan here? Might as well bring everyone along for the... Oh, fuck. Wait, 14? Oh yeah, that's fine. I can still get there. If I seduce a halfling warrior, they'll probably abandon me, but the halflings would have to buy his loyalty back. He wouldn't go back to the halflings, he'd go independent, so I can just send him forward. I can just irritate the halflings with a seduced swordsman here. Let's actually use the Dark Elf swordsman to tank the... Oh, they're not sling... That's a slinger? Shit. Okay. It's bad news, because slingers are another overpowered troop. They just murder things. Whack, 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 whack. Okay, he didn't actually die. Shit! I did not expect him to be in range still. I mean, obviously he's in range, I just didn't expect him to be targeted. Well, that was really bad. There's no reason for me to lose troops there. Sloppy. So we're going to get a bit of income. Ah! Now look at this, they were producing a swordsman, so we can cancel that production and get the money from it. How convenient. They didn't actually capture this mill for some reason. We don't really want to make that many human archers if we can avoid it, because lizardman archers and dark elf archers are categorically superior. So, what's this guy doing? Is that a shaman? That's a good sign that he's making shamans, because they're just not very good. I don't like it. It means he's wasting his money. The key to this game is identifying the troop types that are just really strong. Speaking of which, let's cancel some more stuff. Hang on. Should be able to buy this place now. Thanks to cancelling their halfling swordsman production. Although, did that even increase our income? Yeah, 19. That easily pays for these troops. What would actually be nice to do is to launch a surprise attack on the Frostlings via coming under here. The problem with that is it's not even that far forward and it wouldn't really surprise them, so... What structure is that? Is that an altar? I need to know. If they have an altar there, I need to know about it. And... what have I done? Why do I only have 5 archers there? I'd rather have 8. Oh well. Yeah, we're gonna make some hellhounds from this place, I think. I don't even care if they're strong or not, they're just really stylish. Although, come to think of it, they are really strong, they're fast moving, they have better defences than a typical swordsman, they have fire strike, they have regeneration, and the usual, these are just the usual undead benefits. Actually, okay. So the undead promotion doesn't actually show up explicitly like it does in Age of Wonders 2. Where do we send this guy? See, we don't have any... We only have 1 elephant over here and no way to replace it, so I'm going to send this elephant over here, just in case I need an elephant. They're so stupidly strong. They should be far more expensive for what they do. I've changed my mind. I'm going to send an archer back. Send these guys forward. I don't think we can really take on the elves. No, we can take on the elves, actually. You know what? We can send these archers down here to intimidate the elves. And then we can keep these guys here because if we build up a strong lizard man force of archers and just keep them sitting here, that'll be really strong because of all the water and because the caverns into more water down here. And we can bring these archers, we can secure this area, we can get into this cave. Don't really know anything about that. And if we want to, we can just bring them over here and conquer the halflings, who are AI, so we don't have to worry about them. Well, we got 2 for 1 in that battle. Halflings aren't really doing that great. Why do I have a garrison in that town? That's so stupid. I don't need a garrison there. Let's bring these guys over. God, this whole area is such a mess of just... Wait. You can select multiple parties in Age of Wonders 1? What the That is... Can you do this in Age of Wonders 2? I don't think you can. Jesus Christ, that is such an improvement. That is such a huge... That is so much better than the second game, and probably the third game. What a bunch of clowns. They make an amazing game in 1997, or not, whenever it was, and then all of their later games just have a completely shite UI in comparison. Ugh, how frustrating is that? I'm so sick of all these sequels that are just worse than the original. Anyway, that's basically the end of our turn. This is our leader here. Why didn't we move her? I don't really like to send her against the halflings. I feel like they're a bit dangerous. Let's send her against the independents down here. Should be able to sneak in a couple of easy kills for some experience. for our leader. Yeah, we've gone through all of our active parties. That's basically all we need to do. Let's check our magic. Researching Death Ray. Be nice to have it tomorrow. We're stockpiling ridiculous amounts of mana for no reason, so let's increase our research. That makes sense. Okay, end turn.